news stories. TQA declares September 13 a school holiday. School clubs open for recruitment. Student Council buckles down to work. Interdisciplinary learning delivery kicks off. COVID-19 vaccines update. Blackpink's Lisa Manoban reveals her solo debut. Reaching out to you straight from the Quantum Academy. This is Quantum Lead.
Good day, TQA community. TQA declares September 13 RDL Day, first online house competition to be held. September 13 will be an extraordinary school day for the quantum community because for the first time, the school has declared an RDL Day. On this day, not all academic matters are allowed. Any assignment, exam, submission, quiz, requirement, graded recitation, group work, or any lesson-related classwork is prohibited. Every QKid will take a break from academic work. Only a house competition will be held on this day and no classes. However, attendance is required for all grade levels as it will be counted as a school day. The RDL Day has been declared by the current school administration in recognition of all the love, direction, guidance, academic excellence, sacrifices, and support Teacher Rose, the former TQA school director, has been providing the school for 23 years now. Teacher Rose is as passionate an advocate for educated children and as generous as reaching out to the less fortunate children. She is the driving force of the school's outreach programs. Her definition of the word child is now and all for the learners. This speaks volumes about her passion to give every child an opportunity to have quality education. She might have been born in a baby boomer generation, but her idea of education is equivalent to Generation Alpha, very modern and progressive. For what the school is now and beyond has a great deal to thank her for. Teacher Rose is one of the two teachers who founded and established the Quantum Academy as an educational institution in 1998. Teacher Rose has just retired at age 77. Teacher Gadget, who, together with Teacher Rose, established the school, took over this year and became TQA school director.
That would be having a genuine passion in my profession. Having passion in what I am doing helps me persevere through setbacks and challenges, may it be in school or personal life. As what we all had witnessed, you can feel how passionate Teacher Rose was in her profession through her idea of education. That is equivalent to Alpha generation. Very modern and progressive. despite the fact that she was born a baby boomer generation.
This is Lay Angela Valencia taking the lead.
School clubs open for recruitment. The Quantum Academy will be relaunching at least 7 school clubs for school year 2021 to 2022. Application and recruitment to be held from September 20th to September 23rd. The TQA clubs will consist of the following: the Student Council, the ICT and Digital Arts Society, the Quantum Mechanics, the Quantum Leap, the Arts and Crafts Club, the Hip Hop K-Pop Virtual Club, and, if in-person meetings will be permitted, the choir. Each club will have different moderators. If qualified, pupils from grades 4 to 6 are allowed to join 1 to 2 clubs, while students from the upper school may join 1 to 3 clubs. Here's Ms. Angela Corazon Licas, or Teacher Cazette's answer as to why the clubs are making a comeback.
The main reason for offering these clubs to the Q kids is to provide a sense of normalcy amidst the pandemic. These clubs will provide opportunities for students to grow and develop talents and skills. They will also be able to gather the much-needed extracurricular and co-curricular activities for college admission. The school will also be able to give more recognition and awards based on the students' performance and contribution to the school and to the bigger community. So Quantum Kids, what are you waiting for? Start thinking which club you want to join in, because recruitment will begin very, very soon.
Further details will be posted on Microsoft Teams and on the Quantum Academy's Facebook private group. This is Gea Palalay taking the lead.
SC buckles down to work. The Student Council organized last March 2020 will finally take office in the school year 2021-2022. The election for the Student Council officers was held last March 13, 2020. However, the council was suddenly called off due to the IATF's announcement of a national lockdown in the Philippines. As it comes back, the Student Council aims to implement community outreach programs and facilitate school activities intended for the entire school year. Student Council Advisor Teacher Dilson shared that it is a challenge, but still possible. Teacher Dilson added that the candidates' applications were scrutinized by the school administration based on the council's constitution and bylaws. Current officers include Antoinette Nonoyada as president, Rans Regidor as vice president, Nerca Carriaga as secretary, and Enrico Gomez as treasurer. As for the representatives for each grade level, we have James Hernandez for grade 12, Thea Nimas for grade 11, Nico De La Cruz for grade 10, and Sabrine Salvador for grade 9. Elections for the grade 7 and 8 representatives are yet to be announced. TQA community, as always, keep yourself posted. This is Samantha Benzonan taking the lead.
Interdisciplinary immersive learning kicks off. The Quantum Academy launched the Interdisciplinary approach, a new academic program that will enhance learning delivery in the school year 2021 to 2022. The educational approach aims to encourage students to make connections among different academic disciplines and a collaboration between 2 to 3 among several teachers to deliver different lessons with one learning goal. Teacher Al, the upper school principal, shared that it was created to help students develop knowledge, insights, problem-solving skills, as well as self-confidence and a passion for learning. Based on the students' responses from last week's interdisciplinary approach, they were very engaging and happy to answer the questions, he added. Some of the methods used in this program are the live long shot, wherein a teacher stands in front of the class teaching through a smartboard, whiteboard, and other tools. It is an opportunity for students to feel like they're being inside a classroom, just like face-to-face classes. In live long shot, students see the classroom and how the teacher moves and walks across the room. Quantum also uses the green room, glass room, conference room, talk show room, and computer lab for learning delivery. Aside from these new setups, the school is also utilizing immersive learning, which includes the use of a virtual reality program called Class VR under the British company and Genio e-learning, which is based in Singapore. Quantum is also a licensee of Merge EDU, an educational technology company based in the US. Next year, in 2022, Quantum will attempt to utilize Microsoft's HoloLens and the company's RoboLab. Both are currently under negotiation between Teacher Cosette and these US-based companies. Teacher Charity, Quantum's ICT department head, oversees teachers' educational technology training. The school is trying its best to give the best possible education that can be offered to students. The school strives harder to make students feel like they are learning in a face-to-face classroom, even though they are in a virtual setting. Expect another interdisciplinary approach event, this time by the lower school department. They will be talking about the Data Privacy Act, while the upper school department will soon have a briefing on disaster risk reduction, also known as DRR. This is Nero Emmanuel Sirigoglio taking the lead.
COVID-19 thrives as Philippines tries harder. On September 3, the FDA has decided to modify its approval of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccines by allowing adolescents between the ages of 12 and 17 to get vaccinated. It has been concluded that the vaccines are completely safe for teens' use and its benefits overshadow the risks. As of September 8, 2021, the Philippines has dispensed a total number of 37.2 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines, with 15.8 million of the entire population being fully vaccinated. As of this report, 2.1 million cases and 34,733 deaths have been recorded nationwide. With the heated issues of our grappling economy and the growing pandemic, our nation is expecting to relieve COVID-19 restrictions to allow more businesses to resume activity, even as we hit record levels of 22,820 cases in just a single day. When deciding, especially about getting vaccinated, always weigh the options. This is Lay Angelo Valencia taking the lead. Good day, this is Lay Angelo Valencia reporting for Quantum Leap's weather forecast. For September 11 to September 17, there will be an average of 53% chance of precipitation, with tomorrow Sunday as the highest probability of precipitation with 73%, along with a staggering 7.3 millimeters of rain. With that being said, there will be at least a total of 25.4 millimeters of rain, which is equal to 25.4 cubic millimeter per square millimeters of rain. And that is a lot of rain. But don't worry, we can always expect that there will be warm weather during this week, rather than just getting wet. For there will be an average of 32 degrees in high and 24 degrees in low. Once again, this is Lay Angelo Valencia taking the lead.
How will we improve food security through capacity building? Food security is not in the supermarket. It's not in the government. It's not at the Emergency Services Division. True food security is the historical normalcy of packing it in during the abundant times, building that in-house pantry, and resting easy knowing that our little ones are not dependent on next week's farmer's market or the electronic cashiers at the supermarket. This was stated by Joel Salade, who's an American farmer, lecturer, and author. Food security is a fundamental need. Yet millions of unfortunate people around the world still struggle to have access to such necessity. Adding to that, the pandemic and climate change are only few of the causes negatively affecting food security. Data gathered by Earth-observing satellites are a significant tool in building capacity within food systems. With that being said, the NASA USAID server project is hoping to pave the way for the people with the help of these satellites. The goals of USAID and NASA complement each other well. NASA uses the unique standpoint of space to look back at our home planet, while USAID, working in over 100 countries, understands development needs from the ground level. So, let us go hand in hand to contribute in our own simple way as citizens in achieving prosperity for our nation. This is Gea Palalay taking the lead.
The 2021 World Olympics and Paralympics held in Japan. Now, you may or may not have heard of this little event called the Olympics, wherein practically all the world's best athletes compete against one another. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many major events from 2019 to 2020 were cancelled, and the Olympics were unfortunately no different. In 2021, the Olympics, which was held in Tokyo, Japan, made an unexpected comeback. For us Filipinos, this recent Olympics was especially significant because that was when Heidelin Diaz bagged the first ever Olympic gold medal for the Philippines in the women's 55 kg weightlifting competition. However, the Olympics was not the only major sporting event that was put off by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Paralympics, something that is basically the Olympics but with the athletes being diagnosed with a certain disability, also just recently took place. This event is a celebration for those disabled athletes for overcoming their disabilities and joining such a competition. Just like the Olympics, the Paralympics also took place in Japan. With the 2021 Olympics and Paralympics going off without a hitch, it would seem like Japan is up for the challenge to host another major international sporting event within the foreseeable future. This is Nero Emmanuel Sirigoglio bringing you Sports Buzz and taking the lead.
From Swala to solo, Lisa Manoban prepares for solo debut. Have you seen Lisa's solo debut? Well, spoiler alert, and I've got to tell you, it's a K-pop fan's dream come true. Blackpink is a South Korean girl group formed by YG Entertainment, consisting of our girls Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa. They debuted on August 8, 2016, and ever since have been breaking numerous records. Lead vocalist and main rapper Kim Jennie was the first member of the group to release her debut single called Solo back in 2018. Following her footsteps was main vocalist Rose with her solo single R that was released during the first quarter of 2021. After several speculations and rumors, 24-year-old lead rapper Lisa Manoban has finally made her solo debut, making her the third member of Blackpink to do so. Yesterday, September 10, the musician and Celine ambassador revealed her first solo album La Lisa to the world, and as expected, has been gaining lots of good commentaries from Blinks and fans-to-be. The music video uploaded on Blackpink's official YouTube account has also been no less than a hit, gaining millions of views as the hours pass. The hip-hop-infused album highlights dynamic rhythm and melody as well as Lisa's powerful rap verses. The album features two tracks entitled La Lisa, written by Teddy and Becca Boom, and Money, the B-side written by Becca Boom alongside the Black label's Vince. Truly, the girls shine just as bright even when performing solo. So much so that I feel that this latest release might make K-pop music history. What do you guys think? Looks like Kim Jisoo's the only one left to tick off from the list. Don't think we forgot about you, girl. The hottest topics on pop culture only found here. This is Samantha Benzonan, bringing pop dates and taking the lead.
Hello and good day.
Welcome to POV,
Points
Opinions,
and Views. Today's topic, the recruitment of school clubs. Now, I have a question for you. Don't you think it's a bit bold of Quantum to bring back the school clubs even though we're still in an online environment?
Yeah, I agree that it is bold for Quantum by trying to bring back the school clubs because, usually school clubs function in a face-to-face system, and this is such an unexpected event considering the online environment that we're in, and as we all know, the pandemic's increasing number of cases. But Nero, how do you think will the Quantum Academy's clubs face and deal with the issue?
That's a good question, Gaya, and I'll be honest, I don't think it will go smooth sailing, or I don't think it will end up perfectly, since every student has their own problem, like any online problem that is. Internet connectivity issues, and power shortages to say the least. But here's the thing, Quantum will make a guideline or protocol, I think. And I think that Quantum will also experiment with different apps and websites so that they won't ruin the experience of clubs. But what about you, Gaya? What's your thoughts on this topic?
I agree with what you said, that online school clubs can be a bit of a hassle considering the issues that we may face, such as power outages and internet connectivity issues. But I think Quantum will try their best in making it as smoothly as they can.
I agree. And another thing I just realized, another benefit for the school clubs, in fact, is that they allow students, both young and old, to enhance their talents or unlock any new potentials that they secretly kept for themselves. And it's also a big upgrade from last school year, since Quantum had a grand total of less than 5 activities last school year. And that's no knock on Quantum, don't get me wrong. But here's the thing, we were just getting started with the whole online learning system. So obviously we were just learning the basics and stuff like that. But now this school year, it looks like we're being more comfortable with the online learning system, since we're now experimenting with new activities like the clubs.
Yeah, but I think time will tell whether these online school clubs will be a success or not. And after the academic tasks in school, I think the Q Kids will be very excited because school clubs will be a huge and very exciting day. I'm Gea Palalay.
And I'm Neo Ricolio.
And this has been POV.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the very first Quantum League, where we talk about school news and activities the Q Kids way. Join me as we speak about the Quantum Academy's news, features, and events. My name is Isabella, and welcome to my segment, the Q Kids Zone, the place where we talk about Q Kids and just about anything under the sun. Wait, that's going to be hot, right? Anyway, going back. For today's episode, we will be talking about a very interesting topic. Well, I know I'm guilty about this for one, and maybe some of you are too. So get comfy and let's drill over some facts. Alright, where to begin? For today's episode, we will be talking about Q Kids' addiction to gadgets. Ding! Q Kids love the group. Hey, where did everyone go? Don't fret, Q Kids, for you are not alone. So to make things simple and chewable, I narrowed this addiction to bite-sized facts. That way it will be easier to digest. By the end of this episode, we may have found a solution to this addiction. Plato once said, and I quote, "Knowledge is the food for the soul." So get ready to eat some healthy facts, you guys. Gadget addiction. According to Berkeley SCEC, a sense of urge to use the phone or any other gadgets when bored or ideally equates to addiction. Gadget addiction doesn't discriminate who is affected. It affects all age groups and people of all races. The effects range from mental, physical, emotional, to even threatening our democracy. So I guess that includes us, Q Kids. But now that we know what gadget addiction is, let's talk about its effects. Studies have shown that too much gadgets may negatively affect a child's brain on its functioning, and may even cause attention deficit, cognitive delays, impaired learning, increased impulsivity, and decreased ability to self-regulation. So they say, wow, that's a lot of negativity, bro. Too much for me to digest in one day. So guys, join this bite-sized facts. 5 facts about Q Kids experiencing gadget addictions. Or are you? Let's find out. According to Healthline.com, medically reviewed by Timothy J. Len, PhD, CRNP. Whatever that means. Written by Mara Tyler. You're addicted if, number 1, have mood changes, especially when it's time for system check. Number 2, be unable to control how much time they spend. Hey, who's keeping tabs anyways? Spend more time online with online school. Does that count? Number 3, focus on the internet and digital media. Hello, who isn't? Number 4, need more time or a new game to be happy, because time is not much of essence these days. But online school is also requiring more hours too. Don't worry, kids, I'm on your side. Number 5, show withdrawal symptoms when not using the internet or technology. Need I say more? Oh wow, guilty as charged. But now that we know we are guilty of this addiction, here are 5 ways to cope up with it. According to my source, kidslock.com. First is to not do everything in one device. Read a book. I used to hate reading books. But one day, I suddenly started books because I was like, why not? Nothing can possibly go wrong, right? I started loving books. But I haven't read anything that is too fancy. I'm still studying with Hieronymus Stilton. It's the last book I'm going to read. Second is to switch between 2 activities. Go biking or play outside. Make good use of Mother Nature. I mean, after all, we always play outside with our friends. But since it's pandemic, we can't do that. So, look around and try to be creative. And third is to limit your screen time, have family bonding time. Ever since gadgets came and so did the pandemic, it's like you don't have time for your family anymore. That's why we should always have to try to keep in contact with each other. Play board games, like simple charades. You might think of it as a simple board game. Believe me, I thought of it as the same. But when we played it, I cannot stop laughing. Fourth is to disable notifications. Yup, you heard it right. Leave that gadget at peace. Help your mom with chores. Trust me, you will be very tired after that. But I'm pretty sure you had fun laughing with your family or with your mom. And last, but certainly not the least, number 5. Establish phone-free periods each day. I know, it's going to suck. But having road trips with our family is also really fun. But of course, we have to be safe and follow the protocols. But other than that, it never fails me to have a fun time with my family. So that is it, guys. 5 easy and smart ways to cope up with the latest addiction recognized all over the world today. So relax, it's not exclusive to kids. So, before I go, let me leave you with the wisdom cookie. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. And the willingness to learn is a choice. So that is it from me, guys. I hope that inspires you to be the best version of you. Bye-bye!
Knowledge is knowing what to say. Samantha Benzonen.
Wisdom is knowing when to use knowledge. This has been Gia Palalay.
Knowledge is power, but only wisdom is liberty. This is Nero Emmanuel C. Rigolo.
This has been Lay Angelo Valencia reaching out to you.